Okay. Hold up. Ready? Okay. Okay, so what I'm about to read is a letter that I sent to Twitch, okay, to appeal my ban. And please remain calm while I read this. I have paused it, yes, if you donated or resubbed. I sincerely apologize. It will be resumed in a minute. Okay. Now. Okay. Oh god, fuck. Dude, this is so bad. Okay. To whomever this may concern, I don't really know how Twitch appeals work, but I'm redacting this in response to my 3-day suspension, which would start today, July 31st, 2019. I would deeply appreciate a manual review of my suspension and hopefully a reconsideration of the punishment issued. We good already, boys? Looking good? Alright. I'd like to start off saying, ever since the new terms of service were updated to all creators, I have made significant efforts to abide by the rules and have read the important guidelines to make sure a breach is never made. About 2 years ago, I was issued a warning for inappropriate music video that contains sexual content, and the experience frightened me enough to make me very vigilant when browsing videos online for my community to see. I screen request heavily and only rarely look at sent inappropriate videos. I do not value the extra content from videos that are on the gray line of terms of service enough to endanger my own channel as well as Twitch's vision. Right? Oh shit, was it full of mistakes? Oh shit! Okay. Okay. In light of this, on the 28th, I made a lapse in judgment and played a requested video from a multitude. I understand immediately that the nature of the video and its implications will be in the gray area of the terms of service. At first, I did not fully understand what was happening in the video regardless of the title. I generally thought the video was original content when I realized the footage was directly pulled from inappropriate sources. I didn't understand the infraction I had committed, but it was later communicated to me that this was not the root cause of my imminent suspension. Right? Right. Okay, I just need to remove something from this. I need to replace something. Okay. My partner manager at Twitch, XYZ123 of course, took the time to explain to me that I had missed something more important. A piece of the inappropriate footage slipped through the cracks of the editing of the video and was shown on screen for extremely brief period of time. After slowing down the footage by 4 times and pausing multiple times. Okay, another mistake. I saw what he was talking about. I now understand the issue, and this brings us to me appealing my suspension. Cool. We're on the same page now, boys. Jesus Christ, this is full of mistakes. This is so bad. It is entirely my mistakes that these few frames of footage should explicit images, but I'm extremely reactive and enthusiastic when it comes down to fixing mistakes and preventing wildfire from spreading on my own channel. If something is about to happen, I am very careful with removing the screen capture from my screen, removing clips and ensuring no damage comes from it. I feel guilty when something small slips up and always take the necessary precautions to further everyone's interest. But in this case, no one in the chat room, the Twitch staff, for my moderation, the VOD watchers actually saw the inappropriate images because of how brief and distorted it looked. Not a single person was contacted me on any platform to indicate that it had happened. I knew the video was overall not very healthy to play, but the images that later caused me to be suspended went unnoticed, which gave me no room to delete my VOD or the clips linked to the incident. I knew it had happened. If I knew it had happened, I would have done everything in my power to stop it for the time and for the time it took for me to do a frame-by-frame analysis. It was a very genuine mishap that happened coincidentally in a bad judgment call that has no potential of ever occurring again. On the same page, boys. Right? Regardless of outcome, I will make additional efforts to screen content off screen before broadcasting it to my audience. I will continue being vigilant when it comes to filtering content and enforcing the rules. I understand Twitch's vision for clean content and will continue to produce content that you deem appropriate and in line with your philosophies. I sincerely apologize for making everyone take precious time out of the day for my errors and would sincerely appreciate a second opinion on my verdict. Felix? Oh no. I drew it in paint. Oh god. I should be banned for terrible appeal. True. Lol. You deserve Sunday ban for making people read that shit. I thought it was pretty good, dude. What are you talking about? I thought this, you know when you're young, dude, you have like mathematics classes, right? And then you put like a bunch of numbers in here, right? And you put it into a machine, and it becomes something else, right? This is like Play-Doh. When you were young, your parents bought you this nice goo. They could model and make things, right? And then sometimes we'd have this small piece of plastic block that you would put your dough in, and you would push it, right? Let's say in shape of a star, and on the other side, it would come out, right? Well, that's how I feel about my appeal. It wasn't like there was no lies or whatever, dude. It was just like, Pepega thoughts, right? So it was Pepega thoughts, right? And then I put it into the machine, right? And I pushed it into the machine, and then it became, five head thoughts, right? Right. If anything that I've learned in the past, is that sometimes you make mistakes. Nobody doesn't make any. It's impossible. And there's two philosophies that I live by. The first one is a smart person learn from other people's mistakes, but no, reset. A smart person learns from his mistakes, but a smarter person learns from other people's mistakes. 5 head. Right? Okay. Which brings us to the second life philosophy that everybody should abide by. Okay? This is very important. I make mistakes. You make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So therefore, everybody makes mistakes, and you can't blame them too hard for it. You can only remind them to be better. So every human makes them. Maybe even people that work at Walmart, you know, headquarters, or Amazon, or Twitch staff. Everybody makes mistakes, right? And sometimes it is okay to stop climbing, stop running, build a tent, chill out, and admit mistakes. But that does not mean admitting defeat. Losing the battle does not mean losing the war. You have to keep fighting. When things get tough, dude, and you're on your last foot, and you're on the back foot, and it gets even harder, it is the best time for two things: to fall and give up, or to thrust back and fight back. And that's the only thing that matters. And at that one point, when you're on your last back foot, the only person that gets to choose is you. You get to make the choice. And I was hesitant at first, but I got one DM and he said, you should appeal and it matters, you should do it. And I chose to fight. And I'm thankful. We thrusted, boys. And I hope that, even though it's kind of cheesy, dude, out of these small moments or small tokens, sometimes I hope that it used the platform that we've created to push those ideologies further. And maybe somehow, someday, you're gonna be in the same case and you'll want to fight back instead of giving up. Thank you. Thanks for being part of it. I appreciate you guys a lot. Much love. Okay. So, one more thing about this is that sometimes I've told you guys this yesterday, and we've talked about this a little bit, but I try my best not to get mad at what other people do, at the mistakes they do, and how the handling of their case was different, because you don't improve that much by comparing yourself to other people's shortcomings. You can only improve by comparing yourself to other people's success, not their failures, right? So I can't fall back and celebrate somebody else's failure and, oh dude, that guy didn't get banned for something that I did, but I'm getting banned. Yo, dude, fuck him, dude. That's just not. It's just not. It doesn't help me, dude. Like I don't care, dude. Like some of these streamers they're small, or they're not doing good shit. They're not motivated every day. They're just, dude. I'm not gonna fall back and say, oh look, dude, I'm like them, dude. You know, I'm like them. No, dude. You don't compress yourself and go back and guys, this guy over here, this little cucklord that everybody, you know, this little cucklord that gets away with TOS did. Guys, look, guys, look, guys, we're the same. No, we're not at all. I can't compare myself. You have to stand tall, dude. You have to rise up and say, no, dude, fuck it. Dude, I can't just. It annoys me. It always annoys me when people tell me to say, dude, just tell me that this guy didn't get banned for this. I don't give a fuck if he didn't get banned for it, dude. It's my case, my fight, it's different. It is not the same at all. And I don't care what they do, whether it's good, bad, the failures. It doesn't affect me. I want to work on myself, and I want it to be. I want to thrive, dude. Right? So when things like that happen, please try not to get mad at other people and bring up their shit and whatever, dude, and like peddle their garbage. I don't care. Right? Because I don't want to use them as an example, because then you build this pattern in your head of sort of emulating what they do. These people aren't as good, dude. They're not as pog. So I don't want to make this pattern of emulating, because then I'll start emulating their content and what they do at their best, and it's dog shit. It's trash. It doesn't fly high, dude. It flies low. They're playing. It's dead, dude. It's out of fuel, dog. Their thrusts are shit. When their plane takes off, it's just bad, right? Which brings me to the last point of the conversation. You choose whatever type of plane that you ride, and you choose who's going to be your co-pilot when flying it, right? And everybody's gonna be okay with planes that are like this, right? All ups and downs, right? Everybody's fine and cool, right? But sometimes it's okay that your plane dips really low, right? So when I was young, I used to play a game called Mario 64, and in that game, Mario could never, ever, ever go high, right, with his flying hat with the wings on it, if he didn't dip low in the first place, right? He had to dip to rise up. So don't focus on how, on how low you have to dip, but focus on what you're gonna do when you dip back up, when you rise again. That's what's most important, right? Because if you think too much about this, you're just gonna stay there, dude. Is that what you want to be? That's even worse than what these people were doing over here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oof, that was a long speech. Holy shit, dude. That was like 20 minutes of unadulterated, pure speech. This was some mic clap. Thanks to Aiden. Okay, it's all I want to clear up, dude. Because as overall, like, even if I don't like some of the other part, I don't dislike anybody. You shouldn't hate anybody. Okay? I know sometimes I dislike some things people do, and yeah, I come across as bitter, but don't be bitter. Okay? Yeah, I want to stop doing some. Okay, I want to stop with the speech, but give me 2 more minutes. Okay? I know sometimes it's hard to always abide to those rules that you put yourself in, but don't be bitter. You can't. If you're always bitter, you'll always be stuck in the hose mad zone. And it's a terrible place to be in. The hose mad zone, nothing comes from it. When you're just a hose mad, when you're in the hose mad zone, okay? When you're in the hose mad zone, you're like over here, right? But you're only worrying about things that are under, things that are bad, things that are not good, things that are going wrong. And you always just kind of like pedal that dog shit all the time, right? I was like, oh dude, look at this. Twitter is a hose mad zone most of the time, right? Sometimes who gives a fuck what these cocklords are doing, dude? You have to look the opposite direction. Don't be bitter. Don't be mad. Don't be in the hose mad zone. When people fail you, when they cut you off, when your friends or people that are your colleagues fuck you over, don't get bitter and get back at them and get vengeance. Instead, just cut them off and pop off, dude, and go way past them. And when their little playing is, they'll feel like, yeah, I fucked on him, dude. And they'll look down, dude. They'll look down at your plane and they're gonna try to find it. Yeah, that guy that I fucked up, dude, where's that now? And he's not even gonna notice, dude, because you're way above him. And he's gonna look at it and he's gonna say, dude, what the fuck? How'd he do that? And it's gonna crush him. It's going to crush him like a car crushing machine. Okay, it'll crush him so hard. It'll be way more powerful than any vengeance you could have ever done to him at all, right? Any vengeance you could have directly did to him, on a comeback, on a could have said, will never be as impactful as flying way above him. And that's crazy, dude. So I never get mad when some companies, right, like, don't include me in stuff because of what I did in the past. And sometimes it happens that some of my org mates from my orgs, they have to fight for their spot in like a tournament or a showing because they're affiliated with me, dude. But I don't get mad at this shit, dude. I don't get mad because the little bitches that do this, that always, dude, try to press me down. They think they win, dude. They think they win. Sitting in their office and saying, no, cannot just play because XQC. They're convinced that they're winning. And it's why it doesn't make me mad, dude. Because people like this against me, are you fucking kidding? I know some of you guys are like, I know maybe one or two of you guys actually are one of those people, dude. And you're watching right now. And let me tell you this straight up. I will give you a piece of advice. If you're trying your best to not let me improve, not let me thrive and improve, grow, get better. If you're one of those people that always at every turn, when I show signs of improvement, you try to put me down and try to bottleneck how much I'm getting better. If you're one of those people, if you're going up against me, you will never win, ever. It will never happen. I will never stop. I will never, ever slow down. It will never happen. You're wasting your time, dude. Being a bitter, hose mad cuck zone. I will never stop. So I don't give a fuck what you do. Jesus, man. I had to say it, dude. It's been rubbing me in the wrong ways for so long, man. So annoying.